Hey y'all, I'm Sugar Love. I am an OF girl, a bop, a mattress actress, whatever you want to call it, that is what I am. So today I'm going to be answering some of my most frequently asked questions, and some fans asked me some questions that they specifically want to know the answer to. So I'll start with my most frequently asked questions. So the first one that I get probably the most often in the world: do you do meets? Would you date a fan? Basically different versions of this. That's kind of a complicated question, I would say. Would I date somebody who has seen my movies, who knows who I am, who likes my movies, whatever? Yeah, I don't see why not. Would I date someone that I met over the internet? No. I don't do meets of any kind. I don't arrange them. Point blank, period. So there would be no chance of me dating someone online. Just like, I wouldn't arrange anything like that. I don't arrange meets, so there's not really a chance to date a fan unless they just happen to have seen me on social media before. My second most asked question is probably, what do you film? I film all kinds of stuff. I film by myself. I film with girls. I film with a guy. I only have videos with one guy. I know some people have been curious about who that is. That is my farmhand, who has also been my friends with benefits for quite some time. How often do I film? So I take a kind of unusual approach to filming. I'm not trying to film every week. I'm not trying to film any certain number of days. I really like it to be spontaneous. I don't do my best work if it's not spontaneous. If it's like a planned out thing and I feel like I have to do it, it becomes a chore. I don't like to do it if it's not spontaneous. So I can't give you an exact number. Maybe like a good few times a month, at least. It's definitely more than like 5 to 6. Past that, I can't give you any information. The next most asked question that I probably get is, have you had any surgeries? And I've had none on my face, and I've had one on my body. I had a breast surgery done about 2 years ago, but I have not had anything else done or anything like that. I don't do Botox or anything like that. I'm only 20, so. So the last most asked question that I probably get is, how old of a guy would you date? For me, I'm not necessarily thinking about age. I'm thinking about, do we click? Do we have things in common? Do we enjoy each other's company? Obviously, there are probably age limits just for if we click or not. I'm not going to click with somebody who's in a retirement home and doesn't have their memory anymore. I'm just not. So there probably is some kind of age in there where I wouldn't date, but I can't give you something based on number just because it would depend on the person. Oh, completely forgot. Another frequently asked question. I constantly get asked, why did you get into this? I'd say for me, it was a combination of seeing how well other people did on it and realizing, like, I'm all the time anyway. Like, I'm doing this stuff all the time anyway. Like, why wouldn't I film it and just see what happens? So I didn't come into it with like a mindset that I'd ever get to this point or anything. I just came into it with a let's see what happens mindset, and it just happened to pay off. So a couple that I got specifically asked by fans, what did you do for work before this? So I delivered groceries. I was working 7 days a week, every single week, working from 6 a.m. to when the stores closed at around 8-ish, so that I could still deliver things after. And I actually really like this. It gave me a lot of freedom, gave me my first taste of being like my own boss, which is probably, you know, one of my favorite things ever. Another one specifically asked by fans is, what music genre do you like, just besides country? Because it's obviously I like country. I'm from Texas, and I mean, look at my life. I've actually, my favorite genre would probably be R&B. It's what I grew up on. My family listens to it a lot. I absolutely love like rap and R&B. I've been to a ton of concerts. Um, Still waiting on seeing Lil Wayne someday, but fingers crossed. Really old school stuff, Biggie, Lil Wayne, all the 90s artists. Absolutely love it. Not that I don't like the new stuff too. I mean, I listen to some like for that genre, Lil Uzi Vert and you know some of Juice WRLD's old stuff and things like that. But I would say I listen to a lot of rap, R&B. I listen to a lot of indie music. Yeah, I listen to pretty much whatever, honestly. So one more specifically asked by fans is, why live in Texas? What is the draw? So for me, it honestly, I don't want to say there's not a huge draw because I love my state. There's not a lot to see here. The weather's not exactly nice. I live in Sugarland area, like around Houston, so we deal with a lot of extreme weather, and honestly, it's always hot and humid. It just is. And the beach isn't that nice. Like, there's not a lot to see in Texas, but Texas is filled with really great people. I have not been in a state filled with so many good people anywhere else. And my whole family's here. I was born and raised here. I love it here. It's just where my heart and soul is. So I only have a couple more asked by fans. One is about my goats and my sheep. So I have 2 little baby goats and 1 little baby sheep right now. And this specific fan was asking if my newest baby has a name. You might have seen him posted in my last video. He is little and red and white, so I named him Rusty. I call him Little Red a lot of the time, though. And then the very last question that I got that I really am kind of excited to answer is, what is your favorite place to get away? So if you mean just like day to day, I absolutely love just going out into my land in the woods and just hanging out by myself. Sounds super weird, but I love it. And then if you're asking like vacation wise, I absolutely adore either, these are kind of broad, but either the mountains or the beach. But my specific place that I love the absolute most is Costa Rica because it combines the two. It has 2 of my favorite things, the mountains and the beach, and the people are so nice and so friendly. And it's just a really beautiful place. There's a lot of culture to see. It's really, really interesting. And it's still very small, so you really get like the small town village feel, which is very cool. But yeah. Um, but yeah, that was a few of the questions you guys asked me and a few of the questions I get a lot. If you have any more, ask them in the comments. I would love to do another video like this. I actually had a lot of fun. But anyway, have a great night.